going down. I think our heat can limit us. Okay, now we'll see what it takes to pump a half a gallon at 6 pounds of steam. Starting. Right now, 6 pounds of steam, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. We're gonna have to let this build up pressure. It's gonna be a fine medium. We're fighting our tubing size here mostly.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that if we went with 3/4 inch discharge, 1/2 inch, well, you can't, that's T. Six, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You just blowing steam?
No, I'm taking it up to 7 psi.
A little too high there.
Okay, 7. What a difference, man. One, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2015, 2016, Boy, as the pressure drops, your cycle time really goes. Look at this thing. It jumps. It likes the higher pressure. Look at just air cooling. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Almost immediate. You see that?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You don't have a boiler to keep up with the cycle time now.
I don't have enough heat.
That's it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's just a heat issue. We can show you with the heat that will manage this, we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just keep cycling it. So we'll find it.
What's that?
That's the steam going past the check valve.
Wow.
I'll just go until I hear that. Let's see if the pressure goes down. That'll pick it up. Get it closer here, the sound.
Well, it isn't a good macro camera. It only works.
Right. Well, we're going for the sound.
It catches the sound real well.
It's down to 5 pounds.
Yeah. Is there an equilibrium? Will it stay at 5?
That's what I'm looking to achieve right now. And it sucks slower. It takes longer for it to, which is directly a result of that steam temperature. That's almost a continuous flow out of there.
Yeah. Works a lot better than even with the other ball.
Yeah.
I was surprised that one actually can cool that fast. It's pretty thick.
It's dropping. It's down to 4.5 right now. Just going by the sound of the clacker. That's this valve.
It's the top one?
Yeah, I think so. That one's cold. Ow. I think it's hot. Staying at 4.5, oh, it's going. I can't feel it. Well, the boiler seems to be keeping up with more to 4 psi, 3 to 4 psi.
So that's the equilibrium right there.
Yeah, I think so. We'll find out. Do a few more cycles. See, that's what causes the pressure loss when it goes. So I'll try to catch it on the first one. How can we automate this? Oh, I know how, Paul. Is we'll have the tank right here with a float on it, and that'll pull the arm up against the spring load.
I have the float, the one.
You know, so just have the float come on there, and then have some kind of a return for it.
I have the toilet tank valve. I haven't used yet.
Well, this water would be too hot for that. That, no, but we need to operate the steam valve. Find a different steam valve. Actually, we could use a check valve. Do you have the clock on that in the background for a cycle? So you can see our cycle time on your...
I have to go get the clock.
Oh, I thought you had one on the camera.
Oh yeah, there is.
Use that.
Yeah. I don't have it now. I have when I play back.
Now that operated faster. We're at 3.5 pounds now.
What's that?
How's do a full purge?
How's the water level in the boiler?
Oh, we're pretty good. We're at 3 pounds. You know, you got a pretty tight boiler.
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
Need a different fitting on there. We're losing some pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's never been operated that high for that long. I'm gonna.
School systems and universities to partner. There's been this great gulch, this divide, this chasm between the higher education and the school systems. And we need to bring them together, and we're providing funds for bringing content and the excitement, particularly to what I call the valley of death between grades 4 and 8 or 9. When kids move out of science, they lose their excitement and don't go into science and engineering. And so what we'd like to do in this program is to bring the graduate students through the PI being a basic scientist or engineer with a teacher, not a principal or a bureaucrat, but a teacher and the scientist together, program for bringing content into the school system, and the graduate student gets full tuition, fees, and a stipend that's higher than we give normally, an $18,000 academic year. And they do their 20 hours a week in the school system with the tutorial guidance of the pedagogical tutor, the teacher, and they bring the excitement because they're the role model and they can work together. So maybe school kids will understand that engineers do more than drive trains. So that's one program. Integrating graduate education and research, the IGERT program, is critical, and that's another important program, and we have others. And I read my email, rcaldwell@nsf.gov. So if you have any other ideas about good programs, we're ready and open. This is really critical, the linkage between 2-year, 4-year, research ones, and K-12 all together. Yes, David?
Rudy, you described the budgetary process. And for 364 days in a year, we hear there isn't going to be enough money, Congress is cutting it, it's very difficult. And then one day, we hear it's all there. And that day passes very quickly and makes very little impact on the students, on the public. And so the message they get is that science is not being supported. Whereas the reality, and this has been true for years and years, is that science has been supported, in fact, quite handsomely in America. Is there any way we can help to get that message further out into the world so that we give the optimism to our young people that science is a field that they can go into and that there is a career there and it's exciting?
Well, there's two parts to this, David, and it's very important for you to understand, all of you to understand. This country invests $220 billion in research, and you might say, gee, that's terrific. We're doing great. However, since 1970, the share of the federal government investment has dropped. In 1970, or even in the 50s, it was as high as 60 or 70%. It is now 30% of the total. And you can say, oh, wow, that's good. You know, we get all this other investment.